time in gym was the fact that these guys don't teach you how to train, and they don't know how to train.
All right, y'all. Growing up in school, for the years that I did stay, I hung out with everybody, all right? From the dudes that was doing the wrong thing to dudes that was doing the right thing and everything in between, including the jocks, all right? The basketball players and the football players. I was cool with pretty much everybody in the school, right? So I know firsthand. A lot of people that played football, the main reason they got injured wasn't on the field, it was in the weight room, because most of the coaches didn't know what they was doing, all right? They just cared about getting the weight from point A to point B, picking it up. If it's a deadlift, pick it up off the ground. If it's a squat, put it on your back, go down and come up. If it's a bench press, pull it down your chest, push it up. It doesn't matter how it gets there. Only thing they cared about is that it gets there and that you get your reps, all right? What does that cause? Injuries. I'm not injured, all right? That's just to, for So what is the point that I'm trying to get at, right? All right, Will Tennyson, Jesse James West, Larry Wills, the Trent Twins, just to name a few, right? These guys have trained at this gym. These guys are good at training, but these guys have trained at this gym that are 10 times worse than what all them football coaches I just explained, right? When you cannot lift a certain amount of weight or you can't do another rep, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, or you're going to get injured. Big time. You're going to get injured. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you got to train hard. You got to lift heavy. You got to train hard. You got to get some reps in. You got to give your body a reason to grow. You got to give your body a stimulus. You got to send a signal to your central nervous system to go ahead and protein synthesize the next time you recover and come back stronger. So I know that. I get that. But there's such thing as going too hard. There's such thing as taking it too far. All right? Now, if you got a deadlift on the ground and it got if it got too many pounds, it got too much weight on the bar for you to lift, you're not ready to lift that weight. You should not be lifting that weight. If you're squatting and you can't hit depth, if you can't get good form, it don't got to be perfect, but if you can't have good form and it's due to how much weight is on the bar or how many reps you done already done, then you're done. Either lighten the weight or lower the reps or finish the workout. You know what I'm saying? You done done enough. You know what I'm saying? Once you done push past that threshold, you're actually doing more harm than good. Even if you don't get injured, you're going to gain less muscle because it takes more. Muscle gain comes from recovery. Now, your body is in a state of where it's not going to be able to recover as effectively. All right? By the time your next workout come in, you ain't even recovered. And your workout session is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse because you haven't recovered. All right? Now, a lot of these people that's on gear, these people that's not natural, they can get away with that way more than us naturals, all right? But I'm just saying, health is wealth. If you care about yourself, in my opinion, you don't want to injure yourself, and you don't want to put stuff in your body that's going to mess you up, Cali muscle, heart. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. There's millions of people who can't even tell their stories. These guys out here, Cali Muscle, telling his story about what he went through, still giving bad advice, in my opinion. But he's there to be able to tell his story. A lot of people ain't here to tell their stories of what they've been through because what they chose to do. All right? It's a personal choice, but it's a selfish choice. How we get on that? Bad training and roids, they go hand in hand. One hand washes the other. And these people usually tend to do the same. Both one that does this usually does that also, vice versa, usually, because it's just like weight loss. It's just like anything. People want their results yesterday, so they're rushing it. All right, slow and steady longevity wins the race. All right, I'm 43 years old, and I can outdo almost anybody in their 20s in the gym. Why? Because I didn't rush it. Didn't rush it. And no, it didn't take me that many years to get where I'm at. No, I started late. I started at 30, all right? So I've been lifting about 13 years. Why you ain't that big though? Because I'm natural. All right, you gonna get to this size or close to it, whatever your genetics allow, way faster if you do the right things. Now me, when I first started, my first half of my lifting journey, I didn't know much. I'm telling you all the things I know now. So you can get there faster if your genetics allow it. So don't think that slow and steady means it's going to take 10, 15, 20 years. No. Your newbie gains is where you gain your most muscle. Your first 2 years of lifting is where you're going to gain the most of your muscle, especially if you're doing it right. Even if you stay natty. I recommend staying natty. Don't train like Hattie. Don't train like Don't train like the rest of them. I'm not even like, I'm saying even the people that go there, I don't care what they look like, age, color, none of that shit. These dudes make mistakes of even going there and training like that in the first place. It's worse on them than it is on the people in the gym because they know better. All these dudes I just named, they know better. They actually know how to lift. But you go to a place that's going to make you lift horribly. They make you lift horribly. They force you to not drink water in between. You can't drink water in your workout. No water in this gym. No liquid, no nothing. So we can't hydrate? Bruh. So you want to do a dehydrated, hardcore, heavy workout. That's you begging for injuries. You're begging for the worst things to happen. And you forcing people to do reps that they can't even do. You're begging for muscle tears, pec tears. I knew a dude, literally. He was doing curls. Tore his bicep off the tendon right here where it connects to the inside of the elbow. The inner bicep, you got two bicep muscles, right? That's why it's called bi. Your triceps is 3. It's called tri. You got your inner head and your outer head. He tore the tendon off his inner head. He tore it off the tendon, right? To the point where it can never be, like a bicep tear you can heal from. You don't want it, but you can heal from. But when it's tore completely 100% off the tendon, it's gone. So he got to walk around the rest of his life because he was doing curls, heavy curls. And he was like, man, I wasn't doing nothing but the, I forget how much he said, the 50s or 60s. I forget how much he was doing. Whatever it was, I guarantee you he had to have bad form to get it. That's called ego lifting. Lighten the weight, do it right. It looks boring, it looks weaker, but anybody who knows what they're looking at knows that you're actually stronger than the dude that's doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Just like a squat. If somebody's squatting 600 pounds and they only going down 1 inch, and another dude doing only 300 pounds, but he going all the way down, that dude that's doing 300 pounds is doing more than what that dude that's doing 600 pounds, even though that's double, literally. Anybody can unrack their weight, put it on their back. Man, I could do this with like 1,000 pounds, just stand there, go down 1 inch. I don't know about 1,000 pounds, but at least 700. I can't squat nowhere near 700. But that's not a squat. People that bench press and they going all like this, that's not a bench. That doesn't count. Make your reps count. Stay safe. Stop doing dumb stuff in the gym. It doesn't make sense. Stop throwing muscle groups into the workout. You're doing bicep curls, but you're doing more back stuff. You're doing bench press. Man, it just doesn't make sense, all right? That's called ego lifting. You care more about how much weight is on the bar than you care about how you're doing it. I care about how much weight is on the bar. Y'all see me do close to 600 on deadlift. Conventional, raw, with no gloves, no straps, no belt, no nothing. Well, you're the one asking for the injury. No, belts barely, minuscule amount of safety is in a belt. Most of the safety is in your technique, your form, breathing, embracing, knowing how to brace yourself. A belt is just something to brace against to help you with that cue. it doesn't really save your back. Do your research. You think I'm lying? Do your research. I ain't the only one said this. And I ain't the only one broke it down plenty times in many of my deadlift videos. Watch my deadlift videos and do your research. All right? I'm not gonna ego lift though. If let's say the other day, matter of fact, I'm almost a 600-pound deadlifter. I got the 455 the other day, and I feel like I shouldn't go no further because of the there's many a reasons. They're not excuses. I'm not complaining. I'm explaining. That's what these people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear none of your excuses. All right? If your leg is broken, you got to do this deadlift anyways. No, it's not about beating yourself up to the point where you don't work no more. It's not about leaving the gym on a stretcher. You live, even animals in the wild know that. If a lioness breaks her jaw, the whole pride might, you know what I'm saying? There's other lionesses, but still though, if this your main lioness, she break her jaw, the whole pride gonna starve. They're gonna suffer. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be harder for them to get food. They gotta hunt the next day. Same thing with you. You still gotta work. You gotta take care of your kids. You gotta do whatever you gotta do. You gotta go to school. You gotta, even if it's just the gym is all you care about. How you gonna lift the next day? Whatever your progress is that you're trying to do, how you gonna do that if you keep getting injured, dude? Bro, sis, whoever listening, learning, watching, you don't just train like anything you see on TV, man. I learned a long time ago. My mom used to tell us all the time, man. Grew up watching Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. Before that, I'm old, so He-Man, all that. We out there doing all kind of stuff, wrestling. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. But a lot of people got hurt too. But yeah, man, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Holler back at your boy. Hey, don't listen to me or don't listen to me. It don't matter. I'm gonna tell you I told you so. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Watch the other videos. Peace. Do like this. I got videos for you. Type in Repentine Fitness and whatever it is fitness wise that you need. And I guarantee I made a video. And if I didn't, let me know in the comments below. And I will either recommend you to one of them, or I'll probably make one if it's a good enough topic. If it's something I feel like needs to be said. If I haven't already said it, I'll make it. I've done that before. Comment, like, subscribe, and shout out back at your boy. Peace.